Hello again, and as you can see in front of you, progress has been made. I've been painting to no end. So this is a nice OSHA safety blue, which is the closest match I got, and panel's yellow again like it used to be. Still working on the back panel. I gotta get some bolts for the coolant line here. Used to have two bolts that were holding it right here. Those have long since been disposed of, but cleaned up the line, polished the brass. It used to be painted before, but I'm gonna just leave it as is right there. Even painted the valve, so that'll look nice. I've been painting, kinda tried to restore that one, but I got more red on it than there was, so it's like half there. Still waiting on getting that back panel on, because this bolts into that, and then the cover bolts onto this, and everything kind of goes off of that. We did clean up the whole bottom end here, so that's all nice and clean. Threw some paint on there, so everything is functioning as it should. You know, I had to have a little fun. Electrician wise, I haven't heard anything from them, so I'm going to call them next week and we shall see what their excuse is. Have been painting a little bit of the back cover here. It wasn't in too bad a shape. These panels weren't too bad to paint. It does look very nice, I should say. It's excuse me, it's just a little, I'm thinking it used to be the OSHA blue, and then it just kind of faded out, and so now it's this darker kind of blue, but you can't really tell when the light's not on them. But I will keep cleaning and painting and getting miscellaneous bolts for this thing, and hopefully power soon, because it would be really nice to hear this thing run and potentially make me money. Really hoping it's gonna make me money. Through months of perusing eBay, I have finally stumbled upon a cam lot. And for those of you who don't know, cams are what tell this machine what to do when. So this right here is the lead cam. These are the cross slide cams right there. And then right here would be a cam for your part off tool and or upper. So that cam there controls this one. This one goes in and out. These two here control the two cross slides there. And this cam right here tells the turret the position it needs to be in. So if you guys would like, I can do a bit more in-depth examination on cams in general. I do have, thanks to eBay and a gentleman in New York, lots of cams. And some of them are aluminum, so this is like a trial run cam right there. But some of them, like this one here, tell you what it was doing. So you got feed out, turns an OD, spots the face of the part, drills the part, and that's it. And then you'd have a combination of like the part off that would also work with that cam. I think, oh, here we go. So here's set of cams to make one part. So you have your lead cam right there. You have a rear form cam. You have a front form cam, and you have a cutoff cam. So these combined would be your one part. The part I'm running is simple, so it only needs 2 cams right now. But this one would require 4. So you'd have a cam for your part off, you'd have a cam for the front form, you have a cam for the rear form, and you have a cam for the lead cam. And that's what this was. What it was, I don't know. Perhaps lost to time. But cams are really handy to have for these things because you can make a plethora of different parts using the same cams if you know what you're doing. So I will be making space on my pegboard to hang up all of these cams. And I do have a few cams that are, where are they? This one is a slotting cam. So if you have watched my previous videos, in the back of the machine here is a spot for a cam. It's for this cam right here. So if I am correct, and for those of you who do know, please correct me, this one would be sitting back here, okay, and when the machine would trigger it, I'm not sure how it would trigger it, but it would trigger it. It would pull out that that thingamajig. I'm not sure the correct term. It would pull that out so the turret couldn't cycle, and then there would be a motor mounted behind here with a shaft coming out, and that would go no, that's for live tool. It would maybe go on a slotting cutter that was mounted on one of these, and it would go in and slot like your screw or your bolt or a keyway maybe, perhaps. Of course, I'm not totally confident in this, but I believe that is where the slotting would go. And this one is a Brown & Sharp cam. 3:30 seconds slotting. I have yet to find the slotting for this. I did find a motor, but I am spent money wise right now buying anything else for this until it makes me money. I did find a motor. It has a 4-prong plug that plugs into the back there, and I know the motor shaft sticks out there, and then some mechanical apparatus, and you can also run live tooling in these. It would be a gear in the middle of there, and your tooling would have a gear mesh that would mesh with it, which would be really cool to find. But for now, I am perfectly happy with my plethora of cams here, and they are quite fun to look at. Like there's a wild one right there. So what you got? Feed, some little turn, a lot of quick little actions there. I need to read in my book a bit more, but I could make a whole separate video just on cams if you guys would like. Let's see. Oh, the same gentleman had this really cool indicator stand, and this is a metric Ames dial indicator, 1/100th of a millimeter, and I don't know the make on this stand. It's really nice quality. It's a there's a thimble, or no, not a thimble, an adjustment, so you can actually adjust the base up and down for a fine adjustment. It's missing the tip on the indicator, but the indicator seems to be working okay. So that would be, I'm going to use this to check overall height of my parts. So that was a nice score. And the same gentleman, this is like the holy grail. My machine didn't come with a stand. And this, oh God, the stand I'm about to show you came from work. And this is the bar tube stand. This is from another machine at work that potentially, if I can make enough money with the current machine, might live in my garage as well. However, this is the stand from, it is a 00 Ultramatic screw machine. And it's a little bit newer, and it's got a bit more fancier gizmos with it. So, I was planning on adapting this stand right here with the screw machine. But the same gentleman in New York happened to have a 00G stand. So I'm going to be utilizing this stand, painting it, making it all nice, and using this stand, which will be a bit more correct for my screw machine. So I got a little bit of work to do in painting, but other than that, it's in great shape. It survived the postal service. The poor cam box got completely mutilated, mainly because it was so heavy, but you can't really hurt those cams because they're all steel, so I'm not broken up about it. Anyway, here's that other side cover. Still need to get the little bolts that go in those nuts there for that stinking valve. Let's see. That's the biggest news. This is a big stinking score, darn it. And that'll be mounted kind of where that one is right there. And hopefully we'll get her painted up looking nice. I have been looking, goodness, I really need to clean. I have been looking at our door here, and the paint's pretty nice, and I'm pretty sure I can just clean it and repaint it. The piano hinge, that piano hinge is pretty well shot, so I'm gonna have to get another one and replace it with it, maybe a brass one. And somebody along the line added that spring to add some tension to it, so we might keep that but make it in a more presentable package. Other than that, everything on it, the glass is good. It just needs a good cleaning and painting, and potentially some LEDs around that window, like I was saying in my last video. Yeah. Oh, here's more cams. More cams. Oh, here you go. Here's a good one. Where's your light? Here's a good one. So we got spot drill. Oh wait, here we go. Okay. Feed stock. Feed the stock. Spot drill. There's a dwell. Drill, number 37. Dwell again. You have a tap. Tap in. Tap out. Thread on. Thread off. I would assume that would be OD threads. So internal thread, external thread, and then feed the stock. So that is the lead cam for that. And it has a part number, but those don't exist anymore. One of them, a lot of the cams have, well, there's a Lester Detterbeck. They're a big old name when it comes to screw machines. There's another Lester. This one is another set because they're wired together. Wanted to know if you guys knew the name. If I can find the darn company here. These are just form. That's a form cam there. Well, now I feel goofy because I can't find the darn name. Wasn't a Brown & Sharp cam. It was a different name on a cam I've never heard of. Oh, wow, there's a hole. Now that one's bolted together. There's a whole set right there. Looks like a lot of form, or not form, but slotting? Is that what I want to say? Huh. Well, now I feel goofy. Dunwell, there it is. Have any of you guys heard of Dunwell? If I can get the darn light to cooperate. Dunwell, D-U-N well. I have not heard of them. Might have to look them up. But there's another. This one, somebody stamped the gearing on it too. That's helpful. You got your feed, turn, dwell, spot, drill, drill, tap. So, I mean, right there's your spacer, if you want one, threaded spacer. Boom. Combine that with a part off cam, or maybe a form cam, and there's your part right there. So a lot of these are all custom made. If you guys have watched Mr. Pete, Tubal Cain, he goes to the screw machine place closing down, and they have a whole wall of these things. And like he says, a lot of them are custom made per the job. And that red book, if you watch my videos, goes into how to design cams. And I did purchase a new book, Brown & Sharp's Cam Design. So I know that one's probably a bit too dry for most folks, but it is quite an interesting look at how these things are laid out and designed. So if you guys would like a more in-depth video on cams, like I've probably said multiple times now, please let me know, and we'll do that. I might do one anyway, just because there ain't very much info on the darn things, and all I have found is in books and what I've showed you guys today. So that is where the machine sits at the moment. And I will, where's that? Here, where is it? Here is the paint tag for the blue I am using. You can pause it and get it there. And the yellow is it's just safety yellow. I mean, it's not nothing special. It's just safety yellow. But it's a darn close match to. I mean, I'm sure they use safety yellow because it's an industrial equipment. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. So, all right, guys, that's it for this video. Hoping that this coming week, it's a little bit busy, but I'm hoping I can, this weekend at least, get that cover back on, get this swung over, mounted, start work on the door, probably clean this out, start, painting this. I know it's kind of a lost cause, at least paint the outer angle. I mean, I know the inside it ain't gonna matter because it's gonna get oil in there. That ain't gonna matter at all. But at least the outside ought to look a little bit nicer than what it is. Hopefully next. I'm still kind of debating whether or not to, I don't know, like garage door seal, make it, paint the floor where it's going to go. I'm thinking I might have to do that just because it would be pleasing to the eye. And it would help the floor from absorbing any oil, anything like that that might get dropped. So might mark the holes where I want it, drill the holes, and then come back, clean the concrete, do the floor epoxy nonsense, like right where the machine's gonna go, and then do that and be done with it. So at least it looks a bit more official, because I know as soon as I put this machine down, I don't want to go through the hassle of doing it around the machine, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm just talking to myself in the garage with people on the internet randomly listening to me. So, all right, that's all for now. That's how she is. And we'll keep you guys updated with how things go here. So thank you all for watching and for your input on these, kind of stepchilds of the industry. And we'll catch you guys later.